Hello and good morning to all of you. It's pretty cloudy out. It's looking like it's gonna rain. We're heading to Walmart right now. I've already had my breakfast and everything, and I was uploading the video as soon as I woke up today. As you saw, I was making a fruit smoothie, and the new Ninja blender. I just literally squeezed Ninja into the word blender somehow. Anyways, but I'm going to do another review today. This is the second review in the week, basically. It's on the S8. I'm so glad that this display is an infinity display. It has so much more to give in the way of, well, all of its ability. It has a much higher pixel count. It's about 570. Surprisingly, the Plus is actually 529, I believe. The camera as well. It's very snappy on startup, and it's very, very, very quick taking pictures. I just took 2 HDR pictures, and as you can see, there seems to be almost no loss in quality, as you can see by how far I've zoomed in. This screen is able to display 16.1 million different colors, all at the same time as well. I mean, the quality, the level of quality on this camera is just insane. I should probably try recording with this right now, shouldn't I? Right about now. Huh. It's very snappy. Here's the setup that I was using for my phone and everything. It's very smooth, as you can see, 60 FPS. My messy desk, forget that side. Color is pretty good, I've gotta say. This is a pretty good camera. Alright, switching back right about now. Okay. So that was a pretty good video. It was clear, colorful. It wasn't shaky looking. In fact, this actually has video stabilization even when it's at a higher quality. My phone doesn't. The video stabilization on my phone, it requires being around let's say just full HD. It can't be any higher than that. If it's 60 FPS full HD, then it definitely won't work. I'm also a fan of how the home button is reachable from any part of the screen, well, anywhere, even when it's locked, as you can see. It doesn't really weigh too much, coming at around 5.47 ounces. It has 20 hours of talk time, and it's got, well, this one doesn't. Currently it's got an 8 gig storage chip in it, but you can easily upgrade from the little ports on top. The front camera has 8 megapixels, and the rear camera actually has 12. My phone has 16, and yet it's capturing less quality because of the type of sensor they're using. This to me is somewhat gimmicky, but I can see why it would come in handy sometimes, is this little side drawer. It comes out from the side. As you can see, there's a little gray right there. Whoops, you just swipe from the edge, and there you go. It brings up all of the other stuff on the other side of the screen. Now, the Bixby button. It's, to say the least, controversial. There's not a huge amount you can do with Bixby just yet, and it's still in kind of a working beta, I would say, because they're still coming out with features. For instance, I'm not entirely sure the snap to shop kind of feature where you take a picture of something and it tells you how much it is fully done yet. Now this is my dad's phone and he's not set it up yet, but I can't really show you any of the other features on Bixby right now. Now to the screen itself. It is truly an infinity display. The chin down here is very small. Not even my finger can fit on the actual chin of the phone. It's the same up here. As I was saying earlier, I believe this phone has a 4K screen. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere and read somewhere that this has a 4K screen. If so, that is just amazing. It is also a Super AMOLED screen, so it obviously has really good quality on color, and its sharpness as well with the Super AMOLEDs. A few review websites actually said that this has a better screen than your 4K TV, which is surprising. The home button feels like a physical button as well when you press it, kind of like the new iPhones do, but it's Samsung's version. Overall, I am very impressed with the responsiveness and just overall quality that you can feel on this phone when you just even pick it up and hold it. One gripe that I do have is the placement of the fingerprint scanner. This was a similar complaint with a lot of other people that I was looking at as they reviewed it, and I can see why they're a little annoyed. It's out of reach. Like, my fingers are long and my hand's big, so I can reach it okay. But for the people that have somewhat smaller hands, they might have a little bit of an issue. I can reach it just fine, and I can reach the whole screen just fine. The new AMOLED display also has, well, pretty good, as you know, a black pixel is not a pixel turned on, so it's saving battery when it's just like a dark background. So the always-on display, when it's fully dark, it's saving a lot of pixel-like battery life, because it's not having to run as many pixels. This background display is perfect because there's only a few pixels running the little bit of background it has, and then what time it is, and then the date, and then the battery percentage, and then the home button. The camera is quick and accessible from anywhere, and it takes pretty fast pictures, even in HDR as well. One thing that I always thought was cool was the shutter speed can go up to 1/24,000th of a second, which is just insane. Here are just a few pictures that I have taken with this phone's camera. Now, by no means did I go out there trying to take a professional picture. I just kind of walked outside, took this of the sky, and that was the end of that. Took a picture of the basketball, the metal pole holding the basketball hoop right there. There's my truck in the background. These are just some flowers that I took a picture of. As you can see, the level of detail right here is just mad. I took this one purely just to see how bright the colors would come out, and honestly, they were real, true to life color. This case, little glasses case, really is that bright. It is a very bright red, and it showed up perfectly. I mean, it is just so sharp in detail. Like, you can see the one scratch it has on it in the front. The background is a little blurred, which I like, just because it's got, it shows depth of field. This one I took for the same reason, just to see how sharp the color would come out, and this is also true to life color. As you can see, I can zoom in quite a ways. It's not going to come up super great on recording a phone screen from a phone or another camera, but as you can see, it's pretty sharp. I've zoomed in pretty much the entire way. Yeah, this is the entire way I could zoom in. And it's pretty accurate. I mean, you can tell exactly where each leaf lands. And then the frame around it as well. You can see all of the distress on the wood paint and everything. It's very, very accurate. This is just a picture of my drone sitting on the bar area, and then that's the TV stand in the back with the two cabinets. And then this one I did kind of try. I wasn't trying to make like a massively beautiful picture out of this one either, but I did, and it turned out pretty good. I like the way the front of this is darker than the sides. It makes a silhouette, and the light coming in from the back makes the silhouette stand out even more. I do really like how these two are set up, because this one is just a straight close quarters picture with the background being fuzzy. This one is just a full picture. Everything is in view, and it is extremely sharp quality as well. This phone has, well, started a lot of different things. First off, the infinity display. It is incredibly beautiful. The display, you can't really tell on camera just because it kind of brightens everything a little bit. Now let's say, for instance, you were going to watch a YouTube video and it didn't cover the entire screen like you wanted it to. There's the ability to press this little button down here as it shows up right there, and it basically makes it so that the entire screen is filled. The only issue with that is it might cut off a slight amount of the top and bottom of the screen when it's playing through the video. Now the sound as well isn't terrible. Some people were saying that it sounded a little tinny, and I guess to some extent maybe, but it really doesn't sound that bad. It's also a lot louder than mine, for instance. Mine maybe doesn't even go up that far. I kind of wish that my phone had some sort of stabilization to it as well, when it would just when it would be recording at 1080p 60 FPS, because that's what I record at, just so that it'll be smooth when I'm recording and smooth when I'm uploading the video. 30 FPS is a little choppy for my liking. I just can't get over this infinity display. It's amazing for YouTube videos or whatever you're doing. Recording a video, it doesn't even matter. It's just great all around. And that was the review of the Galaxy S8. I hope you all liked it. Alright, that was pretty fun to record. I've got to go charge my phone though because it's really close to dead. It's going to be dead in like 10 minutes if I don't hurry up. Alright, my phone's charging. It's 4:27. I'm just waiting on the TV provider Frontier to get here. They were supposed to come in and take our TV boxes. Alright, it's been a little while. I had a 30-minute nap. Basically nothing was going on, and the company was way late. They were supposed to get here around 4. It was about 6:10. So I said, you know what, I didn't sleep much last night, so I'm going to get a little bit of a nap. So I took a 30-minute power nap. They didn't come at all. Like, they didn't even tell us that they weren't coming. So that's a little annoying, and it's not the first time they've done that. It's the second time. It's the company's name is Frontier, and we didn't have much of any good happenings from the beginning. They were promising that nothing would change from our previous provider, and pretty much everything did. So, not a huge fan of Frontier. And then they don't show twice. I mean, like, goodness me. We're just trying to get the boxes taken from us. We're trying to get the boxes out because we've already got, like, pretty much all of our shows are shows that we watch on Hulu or Netflix or HBO or whatever. So, you know, we're only paying like $30 a month or whatever for those, whereas we usually are paying like $200 almost for all the TV shows and everything that we don't really watch. It was a little frustrating, but anyways, dinner's being cooked right now. Alright, dinner was perfect. Really quickly. Look at this awesome view behind me. I just came out here to empty a bag. It was full of potato skins. I just kind of threw it in the grass over there. But yeah, awesome view out there. I've got to let the puppies out really quick. It's pretty dark out here right now. As just found this slug sitting right here. Just sitting there in this really dark outside area. I mean, I've even got my flashlight on, and you guys can't even see past that little white pole sticking out right there. I'm back inside. It's getting pretty late. I'm gonna have to end it pretty soon. I'm currently giving up my room to my grandparents, though. Alright, it's getting late. I hope you all liked the review earlier today, the S8 review. That was a lot easier to record than the one yesterday. I didn't have any overheating issues or total space issues. But anyways, it's getting late, so I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and good night to all of you. See all of you in the morning tomorrow.